Alright, everybody, it's 444RR with the creme de la creme trick, my favorite one to perform. I love this one. It's an amazing trick, and I know you're going to like it too. I know you're going to know what it is by the opening pattern. So here we go. This is about a guy named Sam the Bellhop who used to run his own little restaurant right down the street from the 654 Club. Now, it was kind of slow in his restaurant, kind of like it is in here tonight, and from out of nowhere, the two big doors swing out wide, and in walked these four gentlemen who were all dressed up like kings. That's what they happen to be dressed up like. Now, they get a table near the back of the restaurant, and they call Sam over, and they say, Sam, it's our first time here. We'd like to be treated well. Can you find us a couple women to help make the time go by fast? Sam looks at his watch, and he says, well, you know, it's pretty early, but I'll see what I can do. So the cards were cut, and Sam takes a little walk, and he goes down, he goes down 1 block. He goes down 2 blocks. And he even goes down a 3rd block, and he says, well, I found you a couple women. I found you a couple brunettes, and I found you a couple of redheads. Wow, they're beautiful, Sam. They're gorgeous. Where'd you find them? Oh, right down the street, down at the 654 Club, right down the block. Well, Sam, you're a heck of a guy, so here is a $2 tip for you, Sam, a $2 tip. So now they're sitting there with the ladies, if you know what I mean, and I think you do, and they want to play a game of cards. But they don't have enough card players. So they call Sam over and they say, Sam, we want to play some cards. Can you find us some more people for a game of cards? Sam looks at his watch and he says, well, you know, it's still pretty early, but I'll see what I can do. So the cards were cut, and Sam takes a little walk, and he goes down 1 block. He goes down 2 blocks, and he even takes a left onto Prim Street, and he says, well, the best I could do was 4 guys, but the weird thing is they're all named Jack. Wow, they're beautiful, Sam. They're gorgeous. Where'd you find them? Oh, right down the street, down at the 654 Club, right down the block. Well, Sam, you're a heck of a guy. So here is another $2 tip for you, Sam, a $2 tip. So now they're sitting there and they're playing some cards, and the kings run into some bad luck, and they owe the girls some money. So they call Sam over again, and they say, Sam, we have this $40 check. Will you cash it and get us 2 20s? Sam looks at his watch and he says, well, you know, it's still very early, but I'll see what I can do. So the cards were cut 1 more time, and Sam takes another walk. He goes down 1 block. He goes down 2 blocks, and he goes down that 3rd block again, and he says, well, I couldn't find you any 20s, but I found you 4 10s. Wow, Sam, that's great. You're still a heck of a guy, so here we go. We're going to give you another $2 tip for you, Sam. Well, it fell on the floor, though. That's the floor show. A $2 tip for you, Sam. So now they're sitting there, and they call Sam over, and they say, Sam, you are a heck of a nice guy. You remind us of that magician, what's his name? Bob. Oh, thanks. No one's ever that nice. And they say, we kind of think you're a young guy. And he says, kind of. Yeah, we think your age should be about 38. And he says, well, you know, you're really close. I'm 39. And he says, do you live? And they say, do you live here at the club? He says, no, I live in the nicer part of town. Oh, you do? What's your address? Well, he says, I live at 1329 West 8th Street. Well, that's a nice part of town. Do you gamble? And he says, every day down at the 654 Club right down the block. Well, he's seen any good poker hands, they asked him. And, you know, they say, and Sam said you wouldn't believe it. The other day, this man named Zach came in. He's a famous YouTuber, ZachMan18, came in, sat down, and he had a full house, 7s and 9s. Wow, that's a great hand. Did he win? No, this other YouTuber, actually it was 3 of them, came in, played together, their Xbox never killed. They sat down at the table and they had a full house with 3 aces and 2 8s. Well, that's an incredible hand. Did they win? And he says, no, this magician named Bob, his YouTube name is 444RR, sat down and he had a straight flush. And that is Sam the Bellhop and the 654 Club. All right, this is a killer, amazing trick. This just fools people badly. People love the trick. When I do this trick for people, they cannot get enough of it. It is my signature piece. When I do the trick, and I don't do the trick all the time because it doesn't work well if you're strolling or you're busking. It works really well in a close-up setting. Or in a parlor style show where you're sitting at a table and there's people all around you. It works very well in a close-up show or a parlor show. If people have seen me do Sam the Bellhop, if they've seen me do it, and they come back out to see me at a later date, they always ask, can I see the one with the cards in the story? They remember this trick. It's a great trick. People remember it. Now, you can learn it off of Bill Malone On the Loose Volume 1. And it's On the Loose Volume 1. It's a great trick. I recommend going to learn it because you are going to get a lot of use out of it. And it's going to be something that your audience is going to remember. The reason why they remember it so well is because you're telling a story, which, first of all, you have to tell the story when they tell the story, people get amazed by it. Like, how can you remember that whole story? That's what everybody always asks me. Everybody always asks me, how can you remember that whole story? Then they say, you are shuffling the cards. So that's even more impressive because, I'm shuffling these cards. They're watching the cards get shuffled. And when Sam takes the walk and the cards get cut, I usually will have a spectator cut the cards. So that even fools the spectators more because they're like, I handle these cards and cut them, which is even more impressive. And then they get impressed with the whole story and that you're able to interact with the audience and do the sleight of hand moves as well as tell this story. Learn this trick. If you want to learn this trick, it's a great trick to learn. I recommend learning it and putting it in your magic repertoire. That is Sam the Bellhop. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next 365-day Magic Challenge video.